right way.
Gonna be great, gonna be a good day.
This is Jase and Lauren on Melbourne's Nova 100.
Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to your Monday.
Good morning, guys. It's nice to be back together.
That's not what you said before.
What did she say?
She was like, "Oh God, I've been dreading coming back to work. I've been
That's not
enjoying
true.
sleep-ins."
We went away. We had a week off
lucky girl.
last week because of school holidays. And I went to Byron and I said to Jason, I had to be brought back here kicking and screaming. It was 26 degrees and I swam in the beach every morning and every night. It's good to be back in my hometown, Melbourne. Good
I
to
was
see
the
you guys.
same, Loz. With kids at home for school holidays, I was like, "Oh, you're going to have to drag me into work."
Yes. You actually wanted us to work all through the school
Have they
holidays.
gone off to school today?
Don't know. I've been here since
Okay,
Friday,
great.
just waiting for the return show.
Well, is school back today?
School's back today, baby.
Back to school.
How do they feel about that?
What?
You don't care.
No.
I'm tipping if Jase is sick of his kids are pretty sick of him too.
Yeah.
Well, Huddy, the 8-year-old, did say yesterday, he goes, "Is tomorrow, like next day, is that, like today's the last day of school holidays, tomorrow next day of school?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "I think I need one more day." And I'm like, "Well, you can dream."
One more day. What is he exhausted from 2 weeks off? What was the most desperate thing you did on the school holidays, like to fill time?
So much, Lauren. So,
Plaster Fun House?
We did 2 rounds of the car wash.
Oh,
The automatic car wash.
They love the car wash, don't they?
Should we go again?
We
Let's-
should go this morning, actually.
Let's go again.
My car needs a wash, actually.
I was
Yeah.
down at we're at Sandringham yesterday. They had the
Sorry,
okay, you want to get rock
Sandringham?
Sandringham.
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 Sandringham. Like he's the queen. She's got a
Sandringham
house.
Estate.
Doesn't she have a house in
Yeah,
Sandringham?
Sandringham Estate.
Sorry, I was channeling Brooke Boney from the Today Show.
She does have an English accent.
I was down there yesterday for the opening of some basketball courts.
Oh, yeah.
But
In
it was
Sandringham.
what a
did you-
ribbon cutting.
Did you have to cut the ribbon? Were you
Was it?
cutting the ribbon?
Did you unveil the plaque with that
That's-
silly little curtain?
That is so grim if you were the guest of honour.
You know, the little curtain they bring.
Hang on. Please tell me you didn't do that.
I declare it open in Sandringham.
Getting of shame.
Please tell me you weren't the guest of honour.
No, I was there for the food trucks.
Why did you go to the opening of a basketball court in Sandringham?
Because it was the last day of school holidays and I had done everything else, Lauren. So when I saw on the community Facebook page they were opening a basketball court with
Got
food
it.
trucks and games, I was
There
like,
with bells on.
get in the car.
Who was the
Let's
guest of
go
honour
see
that
the
cut
curtain.
the ribbon?
No officials.
Oh.
Yeah.
Not
There would
Andy-
have been someone from the council. or
Yeah, there
like-
would have been a local
Andrew Gase
member
down there
or
or
something
something.
like that. Yeah, no doubt. So look, we are all back.
We are.
Hey, not a great weekend for Melbourne with the footy, Clint. Do we?
Well, I think they just ran out of gas, Jace, the Demons you're talking about.
Yeah.
They had 3 matches in 16 or 17 days. I think they needed the rest. They got the bye this week.
Yep.
Collingwood had the bye this weekend, and Mason Cox is going to join us in the show a little later.
Now, I was confused yesterday. I haven't watched a lot of footy this weekend because I was away for most of it.
Oh, the
but then
Adelaide game
yesterday
was
I thought,
great.
back in Melbourne,
Pop it
I'll
on.
put the footy on. And Channel 7's showing the VFL
Yeah, they always do that.
Yeah.
on
yeah.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there no football on Sunday?
Well, it just depends
Where's
how
the
they
big
sort
boys?
of because there needs to be teams that are having buys at the moment because of that round 0 thing. They don't have enough footy to show between it and Fox.
But where was the Cats game?
Over on KO. They get you. Got to pay.
Oh, that was a Foxtel game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
And trust me, being a Tigers fan, it's probably good you missed it.
How was the VFL?
Do you know how long it took me to realise that I was watching the VFL
the
as well?
grounds are small.
Well, after gather rounds, they were playing on small grounds. And
Yes.
then yesterday I was like, they're still in Adelaide.
Mustn't have got a flight out.
It's stuck.
Sydney is still in shock, grappling to come to terms with a senseless killing spree here at Bondi Junction in the city's east.
Crazy scenes coming out of Sydney on the weekend.
Jason, just shocking scenes and sort of as that story was breaking over the weekend. I mean, I don't know where you were when you heard the information. I was sitting at the airport and it went like wildfire that there was this situation at Bondi Junction. And you kind of hope that it's not the worst case, you think, it can't be right. That can't be
Well, especially in
happening.
Australia. It's just, we're not used to things like that happening here.
Yeah.
We really aren't. And Lou, my wife, is from Sydney, and we used to live in Bondi when we lived there. And yeah, it was funny, like we're on the text straight away just to friends we knew that lived in the area. Hey, just
Totally.
checking, you weren't at Westfield, is everyone
Bondi
okay?
Junction on a Saturday is one of the busiest
Well,
spots.
can I paint a picture for you? Because I was in Sydney on the weekend, And Saturday was a glorious day.
I saw you do a post.
It was picture perfect, right? And worse still, it was so populous because the kids were about to start school holidays.
Yeah.
So school holidays just start in New South Wales this weekend. I was actually at Circular Quay when the news started filtering through, and I knew something was amiss because there was you know how at big tourist attractions or tourist hotspots, there's always a lot of security and police.
Yeah.
Well, all of a sudden, you just saw police diving into police cars mobilising from that area and clearly heading to Bondi Junction. So everyone knew that there was something amiss in Sydney. So the panic started, the word got through, and it was amazing to see how Sydney just went really quiet all of a sudden.
Did you feel just like the energy suck out of?
Because we didn't have many details about what had happened, what had transpired. I guess there was a sort of a grumbling of sort of fear deep down, like what has happened? Is there something else going to happen around the city?
Yeah. The amount of emergency response vehicles.
Those ambulances lined up.
I know.
Ambulance upon ambulance.
And they just do such an amazing job, the first responders on the scene. But watching, I think it's such a interesting time we're living in where news is breaking online and on Twitter as opposed to on the news. So everyone was going to social media.
Yeah.
And I remember I saw this post that this man had posted, and it was a text message from his daughter that said, I think at that point she thought there was a shooter because when they heard the gunshots.
Yeah.
And she'd said, Dad, there's a shooter at Bondi Junction. And he just said, where are you? Get home. And she said, I'm locked in a shop and they've put the barricades down. And that was the first thing I saw.
Yeah.
And I can't even explain that sick feeling I felt in my stomach, knowing that I've got friends in Bondi, knowing that, I've got friends who live in Bondi, knowing that Clint was in Sydney. Like, I can't even imagine the mood across Sydney.
There was a couple of stories that have come out that have really just thrown me. First of which was, did you see there was the young 20-year-old guy that people first thought was the guy that was going around with the knife, and then everyone was calling his name out on social. And I was like,
he's just posted this morning, actually, on social media. I'll get it up for later in the morning, but yeah, he got dragged into that.
Oh, like his name was trending 50,000 mentions plus online. He's like, what's this? Whoa, I'm not involved in this. The other was seeing the parents of the guy that did it. The Queensland Police ran a press conference yesterday and they were saying that his parents were watching the news and contacted Queensland Police and said, we think it's our son.
Yeah.
Well, as you say, there's so many layers to this story, and for me, what was so striking was the children that were involved. Seeing on CCTV the children running through the shopping centre, running away from this madman, and the little baby, the 9-month-old baby.
Yeah.
It's just, that's unfathomable to me.
Absolutely.
A beautiful mum, Ashgood is her name, who tried in her final moments to protect her child. It's just the most gut-wrenching thing.
I'll tell you what, the hero cop who just did an absolutely outstanding job, kudos to her for trying to do CPR after she shot him, because I can tell you now that is the last thing that would be on my mind. I would be emptying that bloody gun.
And the
in
fellow with the bollard that tried to stop the madman on the
French
escalator.
guys.
Like, goodness gracious.
There were so many people who stood up in that moment, and it's just so tragic.
You know,
more couldn't have been done.
Lou and I were watching the footage, and it's how like you see him running through the shopping centre with the knife, and some people aren't running; they're just sort of like glancing over. And Lou was like, "Why wouldn't they be running?" And I'm like, "Because you think about it, you cross Clarendon Street here in South Melbourne, you hear someone screaming out.
Yeah.
It's like, it's just someone being an
I
idiot,
think people were saying they were looking down because it's like 5 levels.
Yeah, it's huge.
Looking down over the balustrades and looking into the centre. And even when they saw the guy with the bollard trying to throw it down the escalator, people just thought it was kids like in a bit of, in having a fight or mucking around you just don't expect that stuff. So when you see it, your brain takes a minute to catch up to what's actually happening.
Well, look, we've got some eyewitnesses that were there at Westfield over the weekend who are going to join us throughout the show. But, look, any updates, we will bring them throughout the morning.
It's also, I think it's worth mentioning that you didn't have to be involved in this to be affected by it. And I think it's really rattled a lot of people. So if it has affected you, please look after yourself. Please be gentle with yourself, and please look out for your friends as well, because this kind of news really, really shocks and rattles people.
Yeah. Yeah, we kept flicking the TV off yesterday when the kids
Yeah.
would walk into the room and stuff like that. 'Cause you don't want them seeing it.
And you know what? We've decided we're not really going to talk about it during school drop-off time either.
No.
So if you do have your kids in the car, we won't be mentioning it.
Clint from the newsroom's here as well. Clint,
Good morning.
you'd say guys do it tougher in relationships than girls.
Do they? I don't know.
Okay, I've asked the wrong guy.
I can tell you right now that
Eternally
is
single.
Yeah, yeah.
absolutely incorrect.
From the feedback I get from my mates and from you, yes,
Yeah.
they do.
So
No.
Brody, who we affectionately call the Thumb, our executive producer on the show,
Thumbo.
yesterday clocked up his 1-year wedding anniversary.
Congrats.
Well done. I'm so proud of you.
She's put up with you for a year officially.
You guys went out on a little date day, didn't you? Run us through it.
We went to a spa and we got massages at the same time, separate rooms, obviously.
Cute.
And then we went to this beautiful restaurant called Kasumi in
yum.
the city, which is like a high-end Japanese type operation.
So not a drive-through job, like that's a
Fancy. That's
Yeah, right.
expensive.
exactly, Lauren.
Spenny.
That's expensive already.
And you both get to enjoy it together.
And I said just in passing, oh, did you have to get her a gift?
What do you mean? Did you have to get her a gift? Like you can't go
dinner the
into it
gift?
so reluctantly.
Well, what did she get him a gift?
Why are you yelling at me? It's not my anniversary. Not did you have to get her a gift. Did you get her a gift for your 1-year anniversary?
Yes, apparently what is customary for the first-year anniversary is an eternity bracelet, which is obviously you
Bracelet
get
or
one
ring?
diamond when you propose, but then you get a lot of little diamonds after you've hit a year mark.
What, like a Pandora?
Wait, no. An eternity bracelet or a ring?
Like a ringy thing.
No,
A ring.
there's a big difference.
Oh, you mean a bracelet for the finger? A finger bracelet?
It's a finger ring.
Yeah, right.
But it has to have diamonds the whole way around.
Finger ring?
Yes, so it's like an eternity ring, they call it.
So you've got to have like 20 little diamonds that make up
Yeah.
the whole ring.
So does she have that as her wedding band? Because a lot of girls like having like the wedding band and then the engagement ring, and then you
What?
bookend it with the other ring.
An
Yes.
absolute stitch up.
Oh no.
Yeah, that sounds stitch up.
Like, come on.
The dinner and massage is fine, isn't it?
Okay, there's 3 men here against me. Producer Jane, talk to me. What do you think about the 1-year ring?
I think an eternity ring and a tennis bracelet would be lovely.
What's a tennis bracelet?
Oh no,
Or
that's
like
a diamond bracelet all the way around. That's a tennis bracelet.
tennis. Why is it?
Is
what's
the
it got to do
sport
with
involved
tennis?
Where
in
do you
any
guys?
way?
You've had 3. No, you don't play tennis in it. You've had 3 kids. What about a push present?
Oh,
Did you buy push presents?
No.
Your wife has carried a baby for 9 months and pushed it out, and you don't think she deserves some kind of gift?
Jase has listened to her complaining for 9 months.
Clint, tread carefully. Women like you currently. Don't lower yourself to Jace's level.
she got the gas and that funny little needle that takes all the pain away.
Did you buy her a push present?
Not specifically, but I'm sorry.
Even after the first one, no push present?
I like to give gifts when they're not expected.
Oh, that's good. Surprise gifts.
Thank you.
That's
Surprise
bullshit.
Pandora.
That's not
Yeah,
true.
that's why I don't like Valentine's Day. Oh, you're expecting flowers today. I want to do it just because, it's a Friday.
The day after Valentine's
Okay.
when the flowers are cheap.
So I'm not married yet, but I've got my 1-year engagement anniversary coming up. Can I go for a gift?
No.
1 year after being engaged, Jane, producer
No,
Jane,
absolutely not.
engagement anniversary.
Absolutely. I think that's
Yeah.
a Cartier.
Yeah,
Oh my
girl.
god! Oh, it's the baseball bloody bangle or whatever you're calling
No,
that.
you should get a tennis one for the other wrist.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%. The 1-year anniversary. Did she buy you a gift, Brody?
No.
Yeah, no, you don't.
Well, he
deserve
doesn't
one.
know the difference between a bracelet and a ring anyway, so.
It's a bracelet for the finger.
What is that?
It's a ring, Clint.
And it's got a clock on it. Is it a watch? Oh, yeah, in hindsight, maybe it's a watch.
Oh, no.
I think she deserves more than a diamond ring for putting up with you.
Live Golf Adelaide returns April 26 to 28 with world-class golf, the Fan Village, they've got headline music acts, the Party Hole,
Is Fisher playing at that again?
yet to be confirmed.
Oh, you're not sure? I think he is. Fisher was like a star of the party hole last year.
Please don't ask me questions that aren't on the info sheet. You can get tickets at livegolf.com. Now, if you would like to go along, how good is this? Flights, corporate tickets to the
Ooh.
party hole. Plus,
Fancy.
one lucky winner will get the chance to putt for $100,000.
Oh,
Like mini golf?
what are they going to do to do that?
Well, they've got to get the ball in the hole.
No, to get
Oh,
to
right.
win those tickets.
Gotcha. All they have to do is watch 7 News nightly from 6 p.m. Grab the
Clint will be watching that.
nightly feature team And then hit up the Nova website, novafm.com.au. So make sure you do that. We're going to have a winner at the end of the week.
Adelaide's humming, isn't it, at the moment?
Adelaide Tourism, whoever's
about that?
running that is doing a good job. We had a week off last week. Did everyone have a nice time?
Lovely time.
What did you do?
Spent money, went from attraction to attraction, killing time on
Did you
school
go to Luna
holidays.
Park? Did you tick that off? You know you're running out of things
Just
to
for
do.
fun.
No, I went to a farm down in Mornington, the Funky Farm.
Is that the one with the maze?
No.
No,
No.
No, that's the one up on the mountain.
No.
That's
I've
not bad.
been
That's
to
pretty
that.
good.
It's pretty good.
It's got a chocolate shop in it as well. Doesn't it?
Yes.
The one with the farm.
You take the kids in the middle of the maze and you go, I'm going to be at the
See
car
ya.
park. The car leaves in 5 minutes. Good luck.
5 minutes. It's a big maze, that
How
one.
did you get out?
What happens at the Funky Farm, though?
Eat your whole different animals and they've got
What?
snakes around
You
and all
eat
that.
different
eating
No,
animals.
no, you
Animals.
hold different
no,
animals.
he
Don't-
definitely
You
said eat.
No, I didn't. Did I?
You said you eat whole animals.
Try this funky cow.
Well, I wasn't doing that.
Please don't eat the animals.
I went to Byron for the week, which was so nice. The weather up there is like 26 degrees every day. Sunny, went swimming. And we decided often on holidays it can be like, a bit of a party. But we were trying to have a bit of a wellness week.
Oh, God.
What,
Are you bored already?
Do the walk?
No, the Lighthouse Walk is shut for renovations.
What?
Sorry, how do you close a walk for renovations?
Well, yeah, because they're like concreting the path. I think it's a bit unstable.
Cross the road. Go the
No.
other side.
No, it's like a hike.
It's
up to
through
the
the,
hike.
through the dunes.
And
and
in
the-
a surprise to no one, Jase has never done the lighthouse hike. Anyway, we tried to have a bit of a wellness week. We walked on the beach every morning, sunset swims.
It's
The
lovely up
water
there.
was so warm. And the warmest water I've ever swum in up there, actually. I went to hot yoga in the mornings.
Yes.
Except I do hot yoga here in Melbourne. And up there it was a bit like a cult.
Is it just
Was
yoga?
it too
Because
hot?
it's hot
Well,
up
hot
there?
Pilates, actually, not hot yoga. Clint, you and I do hot
I
Pilates
love it,
sometimes.
yeah.
But they started, they all started singing to the music at times.
What, like Kumbaya?
Yeah, but it was like Dido. You know that thank you song? You know
Which
that,
one?
You know that song, thank you? Jase?
Oh, I like this song. Wanna thank you.
Stretch your hips.
Yeah, but everyone started singing while they were doing
Downward
squats.
dog time.
I don't know, you've seen me in hot Pilates. I ain't got the energy to be doing
What, Dido?
singing Dido.
What? So mid-stretch, they were
Mid
belting out
squat.
some thank you.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I know, weird. Anyway, the other thing I tried up there, because I was doing some training, I've done it, and everyone's doing it, and I kept saying it's not for me.
Talk
I'm
to
never
me.
going to do it. Ice baths.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
love it. Love it.
Are you into it?
Welcome.
It's a
Welcome.
fad.
Because I reckon it's overrated. I
What?
got in and I was like,
Cold.
I was cold. I was really
Did
cold.
you get in after a sauna or after something hot?
No, I just did it.
Oh, because you should
after
do the hot
exercising.
colds.
Yeah, and then they said get in the sauna and do it again. And I was like, hell no. I was
Isn't it just
cold
a
enough.
bit of a fad.
How cold are we talking? Do you know?
I think it was like 3, 4
Okay.
degrees.
Yep.
I was at Luke
pretty-
Zocchi's
pretty
house.
cold. I'm sorry.
My mate who's a personal trainer and he's very fit.
What?
I find it a bit of a wanky flex, the old ice
What?
bath at the
Well, a
moment.
lot of people who
Exercise
do
or-
it
No, just like...
say you feel amazing afterwards.
See,
and
to me, it's up
it
there when
brings
people
this-
were doing CrossFit. It's like, what's your WOD count? Oh, how many WODs you up to?
What's a word?
I have no idea. I didn't bloody go to it.
Workout of the day.
Oh, there you go. I knew he'd know. There, yeah.
But you're meant to feel unbelievable after an ice bath, and I just shivered for like the next 2 hours.
Yeah, okay.
I didn't get the rush. Was it?
Is it meant
I
to
only
help with your
last-
collagen
What's the
levels?
rule?
Oh, is it? If
Yeah.
I knew that, I would have stayed in all day.
Oh, you would have shoved your face in there for 20 minutes.
I was only in for 1 minute,
Down she goes.
but they said that was quite
She's
good.
there again.
What's the rule on no pissing in the ice bath? Is it like a
you
pool?
can't be pissing in the ice
No
bath.
one's pissing in it. Have you seen how small they are?
I would have done anything to warm myself up, to be honest.
Yeah, you'd know about it. There was like 10 people watching me. But I only did 1 minute. How long are you supposed to do?
Yeah, about that. So you're 90 seconds usually.
Because then my friend
Yeah.
texted me saying you need to do 3 minutes. And I was
Oh,
like,
I can't do
would
that.
be a paddle pop by 3 minutes.
I know.
Do you put your head under?
No, just down to the shoulders.
Because the boys were going straight in head under.
Oh, really?
Power flex.
And they were staying in for
reckon?
what, 3 mins?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now that you know it's like collagen, though, you'll be bloody going in head first,
Oh,
too.
yeah. Does it actually burn your fat off too? Because I'll sit in there all day.
Let's get one in the studio.
Hold me
Let's
by
get
my
one.
feet. I'm going in.
Sydney is still in shock, grappling to come to terms with a senseless killing spree here at Bondi Junction in the city's east.
Absolutely horrific scenes in Bondi Junction on the weekend, and we have heard story after story of harrowing first-hand, I suppose, witnesses, horrific stories. Joining us this morning is Johan, who works at Westfield Bondi Junction. Johan, good morning.
Morning, how's it going?
First of all, how are you holding up?
Yeah, I mean, I've got that question a lot. I think now I finally got a chance to sleep last night, and it's definitely kind of hit me a little bit. I saw something on social media that I'd been on the project, which made no sense. I don't remember that happening.
Really?
Not really, no.
Oh, yeah.
Because I hadn't slept the night before, and it just the freight train kind of kept rolling. And at some point, even this morning, I was kind of saying, why do I have radio interviews? It just seems kind of self-indulgent and a bit just like, what is going on?
But I think Johan, like, no one can really comprehend what happened at Westfield. Can you talk us through? I mean, I know you were at work on the weekend.
Yep.
What did you witness?
Yeah, so I work at a luggage store that's like right next to the cafe, and a commotion kind of breaks out. We have from time to time kids who like run around and muck around. We didn't think anything of it.
Yep.
But then a lady ran in and sort of said, "Run!" Somebody's, she just said, "Run" at that point. And I grabbed the doors, kind of looked to the left near the cafe, and like a lady had gone down. We thought maybe she fainted, is what I thought initially. And then we pulled the doors shut, eventually and locked them just in case, because this lady that ran in was pretty distressed. And then we kind of hid at the back for a bit, and we're peeking out to see what is going on, because there's just no way of getting any information at this point. And we eventually all came to the front of the store to have a look. There was me, my coworker, and a couple of customers and bystanders. And another lady had run up at that point and banged on the door to be let in. And I looked at her and I was like, well, of course, got to let her in.
Yep.
So I unlocked the door quickly and tried to pull her in. And as we were letting her in, the attacker fell behind her. And the knife fell right next to the store. And I looked at this customer, James, who was in the store with me. We just went, whoa, that was just too close. We quickly pulled her and locked the door. And he just got up, didn't see us, thankfully, because don't know what would have happened if he did. And just ran past to the store and just took another lady out. At that point, we looked.
What was the most striking moment for you? Was it that? Was it what were you hearing?
Two moments. The knife falling in front of the stores, and we realized, okay, this is serious. And then once we hit at the back and we had gunshots, we assumed that he had the gun and that he was now opening fire. And we have glass doors at the front of the store, so 2 shots, he's in, we're all done. And then I was kind of strategizing in my head, like, we can protect ourselves with the luggage or something. Oh, I don't know. It's just the gunshots were definitely elevated that situation from a 10 to 100.
And then what was the mood like with the customers hidden out the back of the store with you? I can imagine just panic.
Yeah. I mean, my coworker was completely beside herself. Another one of our coworkers was actually in the toilet where the bollards incident was happening. And we tried to call her and said to her, get back to the store or run if you can. And she'll end up running out of Bondi and running all the way home. The people in the store, 2 of them were customers and 2 other bystanders had come in. And then one of them landed up saying later on, sort of 20 minutes in, that she was a nurse and she wanted to go out and help. And I was kind of apprehensive to open the door to let her out. He said, are you sure you want to go out? I don't know if I can let you back in. I don't know if he's going to come back.
That's the thing we're hearing about, so many people taking themselves out of a safe environment to try and go and help. And Johan, at what point did the message come through to you that it was safe to leave? And how did you feel about opening those doors and walking back out into the centre?
We didn't. And a couple of times the customers did want to leave. And again, after the nurse lady had jumped out, I said, look, it's up to you guys, but, let's stay locked and we'll wait. And a police officer did come by in a group of 4 or so. And at that point, it seemed like it had calmed a little bit. Weapons weren't drawn anymore. So, we were like, okay, maybe the attack has been subdued at least. And then they said, just wait. Because I think at that point they were still tossing up the idea that there was more than one attacker.
Hey, Johan, it will come time to open the doors again eventually. Do you feel any apprehension about doing so, about going back to work?
Absolutely. Yeah. At this point, I don't think I'll be going back.
Really?
I've already spoken to the team and the CEO and things like that. No preference to go back. I had a career for a long time before I kind of came to Sydney and swapped up, and I'm like, maybe it's a sign I need to go back. I don't know, but it's just no, not high on the list of things I'd like to do.
Are you talking about leaving Sydney because of this?
Oh, I mean, look, I'm originally from Melbourne, so it's not as dramatic as that sounds.
Yeah.
But you know, I didn't specifically need a reason to stay in Sydney. Like I said, I swapped careers. I was a lawyer for a long time and came to Sydney to try and pursue something. But
well, I'm sorry you had to go through that, Johan.
Sure.
And our hearts are with Sydney today. But geez, it's
and well done on everything you did to keep those people safe in the heat of the moment. Just an absolutely awful experience.
Situations like that bring out the best and worst in people. You know what I mean?
Don't they just?
And
but the clarity that Johan and his team had to bring the people into his store, to lock the store.
Yep, let's not go out there. Let's
they're even
stay.
thinking about preservation if there are guns involved.
Yeah.
And
Did you see the footage of like the SWAT teams going around checking Westfield afterwards? Like, imagine just being locked in the back of a store, looking out and seeing, a group of armed police going past.
And not easy for witnesses and people who are involved to relive that situation, I imagine. So a huge thank you to Johan for sharing his experience with us this morning. Our hearts and our thoughts go out to everyone who's been affected by this tragedy in Bondi. And please be gentle with yourself and be mindful. This is a terrible experience that I think is affecting a lot of people. I know. How do you talk about stuff like this with your kids, Jase?
We don't at this point. We were turning the TV off yesterday, like when the kids had entered the room and stuff. But then, you can't have them in a bubble either. Like,
I mean,
it's
you
everywhere.
see that dad walking out of Westfield and he had eye masks over his children because
shielding his
he
kids.
didn't
But even
want them
just to think
see
of
it.
that at the time was incredible.
Yeah, terrible.
We are a sucker for a rumour on this show. Every Monday, we want to hear your Melbourne whispers. And coming up inside the next few minutes, we've got some crackers that relate to the footy.
Oh.
Yeah, I got a big footy one.
Do you?
Or if you've heard a big rumour about Melbourne, give us a call. I'd tell you our phone number, but I've forgotten it. 13 24 10.
You need to write it on your wrist.
I was like, good for you leaving a bit of a gap there to build hype. Here comes the number.
At least I was honest.
13 24 10. If you've got a rumour you want to share as part of our Melbourne Whispers, we're going to get to that in a sec. First, though, who wants to win money by just saying, hey?
Jason Lawrence. Say hey for 10K.
We are about to go on a little adventure across Melbourne.
Yeah.
This begins on Monday.
Yep.
So from next Monday, for as long as it takes us, we are going to go out for an hour every single day and meet people. All you have to do is come up, say hey, shake our hand, and here's the best bit.
This is so good. It's so easy to win the money.
For every 100th person we shake hands with and say hey, they will win $100. Every 1,000th person wins $1,000. And the 10,000th person to shake our hand and say, hey, walks away with $10,000.
Yes, it could be you. Could
Now, what
be
I
anybody.
love is you don't have to register.
No.
There's no filling out entry forms or
That's
anything
it.
like that. Each day we will just say, hey, you know what? Today for an hour at 3 o'clock, we're going to be out the front of the G.
That's right. Come and say hey. See if you can win 10K.
What about, I've got a question.
Yeah.
What about lingerers? You know when you're locked
No, you
in
say hey,
conversation and then
you
gotta
shake the
move
hand,
on,
and then you
'cause
move on.
Nobody likes a lingerer.
I don't
then
mind
again-
a chat.
Yeah, I'm a bit the same, Loz, actually.
This
to
could
be
go.
honest.
This could go for 4 years though.
Guys, we went out yesterday, met 2 people. They were lovely. They were begging to get away, and we're like, no.
Yeah, we want to meet 10,000 people in Melbourne as quickly as we possibly can.
That's
But
cool.
we'll stay and have a chat. Of
Yeah.
course we will.
Yeah,
Cuppa.
but you get paid to deal with us.
That's
so
it. And you don't know if you're going to be the 100th to win the $100 or the 1,000th to win the $1,000.
I'm going to be like that guy outside Electric with the little clicker.
Yes.
The nightclub quicker.
Yeah, so I'll know what person we're up to.
Yeah.
But
Sorry, we're full.
every day.
I get that a lot.
Yeah, I know. So do I.
So
and
hang
I'm
on.
like, you just opened. Not in those shoes. That's all right. I'll go barefoot.
So basically we're paying people to come and meet us.
Yeah.
Come and say hi.
Yeah, they need an incentive.
Yeah,
So,
A handshake and a hey for 10K. How good.
that's right. So now here's the go. If you can't get to the locations we're going to, each morning we'll open the phones on the air and you can just ring up and say hey. And
I'll say
then
something
that
else other than
counts.
just hey.
But they've got to say hey.
every 100th person,
Cool.
And if you say hey, you don't get 2 votes.
It's Saturday.
every 100th person wins $100. Every 1,000th person wins $1,000. And the 10,000th person to say hey and shake our hand walks away with $10,000.
I love this. So good. So easy.
Be bloody easy. I'm just trying to think. There's some very cool places we could be going.
I know.
And
We're going to get all across Melbourne, right around town.
Well, we don't know how long it's going to take us either.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
It depends how thrifty we are with our conversations and our handshakes and our hey. I'm going to get real adventurous with the way I say hey to people. You guys are going to hate it.
Hey, girl.
Oh, hey, girl.
Oh, God, you'd be one of those people that won't let go too until
the
you're
hand.
finished with the
You know what?
conversation.
A second on the hand. Anything longer, you got to let go. Just let go.
Can you imagine?
You know,
they'd be
I'm
walking-
not a lingerer when it comes to handshakes.
But you know the
Because
ones that
when
do,
you
and then
feel-
they bring the other hand on
No.
top.
I wouldn't.
and then,
I would.
Do you know that?
I'd be like, hey,
No.
hey, no, come on.
The double handshake.
Do you not want to touch my hands?
I don't want to touch your hands. Where have they been?
Clint's sitting here with his bottle of sanitizer
I've got some
already.
Dettol.
Oh, you're not walking around with sanitizer. That's not a nice look.
No, yeah, you can.
Imagine that. Hey,
We really remember when everyone was tapping elbows for a while.
They were.
Thank God that's over.
That's
Lovely
right.
to
We're
meet
shaking
you.
hands,
COVID, wasn't it?
But we're still sanitising.
lovely to meet you, Sharon.
Hey.
Yeah, use that.
Lovely to meet you, Steve.
Yeah. Don't worry, it's not going to be one of those I shook your hand, I'll never wash it again.
All right, so it's our Say Hey for 10K. Kicks off next Monday. We will give you details later this week on whereabouts we are going to be for day number 1. But like I said, if you can't get to us, we'll give you a chance to ring up and just say hey.
Oh, hey. I'm excited. You're going to get so annoyed with
You're
me.
already annoying. Like, just say hey and move on.
Hey, how you doing, little mama? Let me whisper in your ear. Tell you something that you might like to hear. Melbourne Whispers.
All right, every Monday we want to know, are you sitting on a juicy rumour floating around Melbourne? You don't have to reveal your name or identity.
Yeah, stay anonymous.
Exactly.
13 24 10 if you've got one.
What's the goss in the city, Melbourne?
You got it. 13 24 10 to join us on the air. Otherwise, you can send them through on our socials.
Because Melbourne people love gossiping, don't they?
Don't we?
And we've all got a little juicy one.
Just before we get to the footy gossip,
Yeah.
that's going to break some hearts. Let's go to the phone room. The Thumb, our executive producer Brody. You've been going through some of the ones coming through on social.
Yes, we've got one from a guy called Nick who didn't want to share where he was from, but he is a farmer just outside of Geelong. Well, that's all he used.
G-Town.
That's all he said.
Right.
He said there is a very big farm in Geelong that's up for sale, and the Walt Disney Company is one of the main bidders
What? What, to put a studio in?
to put a Disneyland in.
Oh, Disneyland Geelong.
Disneyland.
And this particular farm, other farmers want the land, but he's going to sell to a potentially the Walt Disney Company.
Oh, Disneyland. Has there been talk of Disneyland coming to Australia before?
Years ago.
Yeah.
Surely it
But
goes
the
to
problem,
Queensland.
The problem was is they couldn't find the land.
Oh, because
Must be
Disneyland's
a big
massive.
bloody farm.
Yeah, but farms are
Yeah.
huge.
It's not Tom Hawkins flogging his farm off out there, is it?
Oh, he's got 3 kids. He'd love a Disneyland in his backyard, but I don't think so.
Imagine Mickey rocking around Geelong.
You would
On his
think
lunch break.
Disneyland would go to Gold Coast, though, where all the theme parks are, no?
Oh, there's no land there. You know,
It's true. There's
Actually,
no
guys,
them.
segue.
I mean,
segue.
it'd be good for Geelong.
I sort of teased before that there was some footy goss
Yes,
doing the rounds,
yep.
right? And I get a whole myriad of rumours and suggestions come my way as a sport reporter. But I've been told by a friend, this is in text form, been told by a friend who knows Bailey Smith's dad. Now, Bailey Smith is the
Bulldogs?
heartthrob from the Western Bulldogs, from the
Full-time
kennel.
footballer, part-time model.
How's the hair on him?
good looking rooster.
Oh,
He was on the
how's
Cotton
the
On
pipes on him?
ads, wasn't he?
Hang on, I need
He
to Google
he's a model
image.
for Cotton On or Bonds or something.
he was the face of Cotton On.
Bailey Smith.
Yeah.
It's fun, easy to do the voice to text.
Anyway, so he's recovering from a knee injury,
Is he not playing currently?
but a friend who knows Bailey Smith's dad
Oh, here we go.
has said he loves the Geelong lifestyle so much.
Oh, because of Disneyland.
He's a big fan of Pluto.
He wants to retire and
Anyway,
become
no.
Mickey Mouse.
Imagine
Seriously,
that mullet with the ears on.
This is a good source, rock solid source. Loves the Geelong lifestyle so much that's where he will be playing next season, finished with the Bulldogs. The Doggies, of course, struggling a little bit. Luke Beveridge, some may say, a
Wow.
little bit on the nose.
Is his contract up at the end of this year?
I believe it's coming up.
Bulldogs fans would be filthy hearing you say that. Get Bailey Smith's name out of your mouth, Clint Stanaway.
So
Going
Ba-
to Geelong, though. Geelong fans would be happy.
Tell you what, Geelong's on fire this week with
Yeah.
the Melbourne Whispers.
We've got another one from Geelong, Brody.
Oh, another one's come in. Here we go.
This is from Anonymous, who just gave us a call.
Great. Yep.
And he works at the Metro Tunnel project.
Oh,
and
is that ever going to get finished, by the way?
I think it's finished the end of this year, isn't it?
Yeah, right.
The
Are
Metro
they putting
Tunnel.
those lights?
It looks
like
pretty
the other
cool.
tunnel?
I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
Well, his contract has just been extended because they've run into some issues, and it will not be opening anywhere near when they think it's going to.
Oh, no. More issues.
So contractor contracts have been extended. Yeah, right.
Long past when they should have been up.
Oh my gosh, is this city ever going to get back to just like flowing?
Oh,
again?
don't.
Look at how happy Brody looks with himself, by the
He
way.
loves the rumours.
keeper
Loves
of the whisper.
rumours.
If you've got one, though, 13 24 10, or hit us up on socials because we'd love to hear them.
I'd love Disneyland.
We'd love to spread them.
I would love Disneyland. in
Saves
Geelong.
putting the kids on a 17-hour flight.
Yeah, and all those
We
people who
get
want to,
V-Line down there.
all those people who want to propose in front of the castle.
Oh,
They no longer
yes.
have to go to Anaheim.
How was that video where it was someone proposing at Disneyland and the Disneyland worker comes along going, no, you have to stand up.
Oh, that's
You can't
right.
propose here.
That's
It's like, just
right.
let them have their moment, Dale. Honestly.
If someone proposed to me in front of the castle at Anaheim Disneyland,
Wearing Mickey Mouse ears.
I think I'd be saying no.
You can't let someone
And then
down.
you got to get the photo with all the characters
But you
behind
have to say yes because too many
Oh,
people are
you-
watching.
You don't want to go viral for being a no
Is that
proposal.
why they do it in such a at Disneyland? Because there's too many people watching. You have to say yes.
That's why I asked my wife out in the food court. Increase my chances of
Was
a
she
yes.
holding a tray? Or were you?
God.
Yeah, she's not going to say no
Were you
in front
at
of all these people.
Were you at Movie World Food Court?
Yes.
Dumplings plus.
One question. $5,000. This is Jase and Lawrence. $5,000 question.
Let's do it. Morning, everyone. Just gone 10 past 8. One question, $5,000. However,
There are options out there.
you can take the easy question, a cheeky $50. Pretty easy question. If you stuff that up, you'll die of embarrassment. You can go a medium question for $500, or you can roll the dice and go the big one. $5,000. Let's go to the phones.
All right, let's go to Maddie and Edithvale. Morning, Maddie.
Hey, Maddie.
Morning, hello.
Hey,
Morning,
Dale.
Mads.
How's things at your place this morning? Got kids going back to school?
Oh God, no, I haven't entered that phase.
Okay.
Hey, Maddie, what would you do if you won $5,000 this morning?
We're getting married in 7 weeks, so
Oh my
it would go straight towards the big day.
Weddings are expensive.
What do you
Very.
and no second thoughts? You're all in?
Oh my God, Chase.
No, well, just as a friend, it's good to ask that.
It is Bucks next weekend, so I'll keep you posted.
Yeah, call us back next Monday and let us know what you think about him. All right, Maddie, let's see if we can win you some cash. Now, I've got an easy question for $50, a medium question for $500, and a hard question for $5,000. We did tease before, but the $5,000 question is something I reckon you would have learned.
This is gettable. I would go the 5K one for sure. It is 100% gettable.
Is that the one you
Let's
threw
do
at me
it.
before?
Yeah.
Hang on, Maddie, what did you go with?
Let's do it. Let's do the big one.
Okay,
Yes.
let's do it. All right, Maddie,
$5,000.
Here we go.
you'll get a countdown once I ask the question. You have to answer the question within the 3 seconds to win the 5K.
The reason being, any longer, we think you might have Googled it.
Yeah.
So 3 seconds. Whatever you do, chuck out an answer.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing worse than just, not saying anything, all right?
All right, Maddie, for
Got it.
$5,000 to help go towards your wedding.
Here we go.
What are the Roman numerals for the number 4?
3, 2.
I 5.
Maddie!
I5.
Oh my God, no, IV. Oh my God.
Yes, it was
But
IV!
that's not what you said it.
Maddie!
I knew it. I knew that you would have learned it, Maddie.
Oh my God, I said it, but I said one too many I's.
You said I5.
I said I5, but in my head I was reading V. Oh my God, sorry, that's so dumb.
You don't have to say
IV.
sorry.
Oh my
Hey, you
God.
know what, Maddie? I'm going to give you a shot at the 500.
Oh!
I'm twisting the game.
What for?
I love it.
I'm going
Free
to
shot.
give her a go at the $500 question. I want to give away some cash.
$500.
Jeez,
I don't
it's
know
your
if I'm
lucky
allowed to
day,
do this,
Maddie.
but I'm doing it, Maddie.
Oh, thank you, Loz.
You got that sitting in your ashtray in the car? Because I don't know the 500.
Have you had
Jace
your
wants nothing to do with this in case he gets in
Have
trouble.
you had your hens weekend yet, Maddie?
No, not yet.
Oh, this would be good spending money for that.
yeah.
Do you want it in $10 notes or
Penis straws?
All right, Maddie, for $500. How many days are there in a leap year?
357. 326. Oh, I don't know. I'm giving up. I'm hanging out. 326.
366. There's 365. Come on, I'm giving her a go for $50. Come on, Maddie.
Oh my God, this is
$50.
embarrassing now. Are we really? Really?
Yeah.
I thought you would have hung up on me.
No.
Oh, don't
come on.
worry.
The people in their radios will be screaming at who's this dumb girl on the phone.
No, that is true.
Our money's safe.
Yeah, and I'll be honest, if you cook this question, I am going to hang up on you.
No, we're not.
Okay.
No, we're going to persist. Okay, Maddie.
Got it. Oh my God. Yes.
For $50.
I really hope you butcher this.
Thank you.
Here we go. What shape was SpongeBob's pants?
Square.
Yes! We got ourselves a winner.
Winner! Ding, 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 ding.
Well done, Maddie.
Oh God. How
What are you going to spend your 50 on?
Oh, break it up in fives. I can't afford tens anymore.
Oh,
Oh, Maddie, shame. You did well-ish, just a little late to the
Wow.
buzzing. But
Wow.
$50 coming your way.
Hey, good luck for the wedding, Maddie. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Heath. See ya.
Bye.
Have fun at your hens party, more importantly.
Absolutely. $5,000 question returns tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock. One question, $5,000.
I knew she'd know that $5,000 one too. She just got rattled.
Hey,
What did she say? I, 5.
Kids going back to school today. Big shout out to all the kiddies who are in the car at the moment going back to school.
Oh, back to school.
a shout out to them
kids.
saying later.
Toodles. Toodles. And hats off to the parents for making it through another batch of school holidays. Lou went away for a couple of days of the school holidays, and I was holding down the fort.
She went on her own.
Lad's house. Lads.
Did you have all 3 children?
Not all 3. She took one of them. So I had 2.
Divide and conquer.
You've got
I've
it,
heard
Loz.
about this. Lots
Yes.
of parents doing that.
Absolutely. Now, Archie is our little colourful 2-year-old.
Cute. He's so
Why do you
cute.
say colourful?
He's entering the terrible 2 stage.
Oh, okay.
Where they just want to mess with you. Like
Yep.
we were out on a road trip over holidays and I bought him like some hot chips in the drive-thru and I gave them to him and I looked in the rearview mirror and he held them up and then just went and threw them across the
no,
car.
you can't be doing that to Daddy's chippies.
Oh.
And I was like, you're just trying to mess with me.
Yeah. Are third kids notoriously better or worse in terms of behaviour?
I would say
No, like-
depending on the day.
Oh, okay.
They like to lure
That's
you
a
into
very diplomatic answer. Your kids are probably in the car, actually.
Now, do you remember I was mentioning in the past I couldn't take Archie out for walks anymore because of the way he was saying the word dog. Remember he was...
Can you say dog?
Yes.
Can you say dog?
That's right. So anytime we're out walking, if I'd approach someone with a dog, I know he was going to point at them and say
that.
Yeah.
Cock.
Yeah. And I was like, okay, so we can no longer go out for walks. Good news is he now says dog,
Great.
Okay, great.
which is awesome.
Yeah, baby steps.
Does he, at 2, pardon my ignorance,
Yeah.
do you have full conversation? Like, do they talk? What do they do? Because I've just been away. With my 14-week-old niece, and she doesn't do a
It's a
thing.
good
Oh,
question.
no.
Do you know what? It's a good question.
What
I
do
want
they
to know
do
when
at
they,
2?
when
He
can
was
they start
very
verbal-
opinionated
Like-
about the Dow Jones and the stock market
No.
yesterday.
Like, does he have all his teeth? Or does he eat? Does he chew?
Yeah. Does he eat?
Or does he still have mashed peas at 2?
Jase, does he eat?
I mean, like steak. Does he eat
Yeah. Not like a giant eye fillet or
Let's have a
rump.
medium rare, please.
Does he use a knife and fork?
Yeah, he'll use a fork.
Okay.
Yeah. At
And
2,
he talks.
At 2, you
For
still...
conversation or words?
Oh, I don't understand it. He's mumbling something. But at 2, you're still doing the aeroplane. You know,
Oh, you are.
Yeah.
He's got the suction bowl.
You got it. Yes.
Yeah, I've seen them. That's good gear if you're a parent. Can't pick up that bowl and throw it. Have to throw it in individual pieces if you're going to throw it.
So I can no longer take him out for walks. Well, we
Yes.
can now because he
Yep.
does say dog. However, there's a new show that's come out on Netflix, and it's a show about a certain vehicle, and he has fallen in love with this show.
What do you mean a vehicle?
It's about trucks.
Like Thomas the Tank Engine?
Yeah, like Thomas, but for trucks.
Got it.
Right?
Is it an adult show or a
No,
kids show?
no, kids show. And the problem is now when we go out, if he sees a truck,
Yeah,
he
says
points to it
truck.
and wants to scream. Well,
Uh-oh.
that's what he should say.
Oh.
Auntie, how do you say truck?
Uh-oh. That's
Was
a
the
swear
T
word.
silent?
It's problematic, that is. Go again.
That's
Go
a
again
swear word.
for me.
Don't play it again.
Archie, what
No,
does he
no, no.
say?
It was truck.
Auntie, how do you say truck?
Oh, dear.
Was he trying to say fire truck, maybe?
The T silent.
Yeah.
So I'm at the shops the other day.
So he doesn't really talk. He just says words correctly. That's where we're at.
Yes, he's not having a full conversation with me.
Okay.
He just points at things and screams
Yeah.
out
But
words.
does he eat?
Got it.
Yeah.
Steak?
You should hear him say, rump, rump. Does he eat?
No, well, I meant like proper adult food. Like, do you have to cook him a special meal, or
No,
does
he's
he have
gluten
what you,
intolerant.
or does he have what you eat?
He's got
what we eat.
celiac.
Here's what we eat.
Yeah, he's not having mashed mangoes and
No,
stuff.
no. Like,
He's
he's
got
like, a bit of
full
mash.
set of teeth. Full set of
Yes,
teeth.
yes.
Yeah,
He's a human.
I know.
He's just like a miniature version
well, he
of
can't say truck.
There's many words we can't say. 13, 24, 10. How has your kids embarrassed you in public?
Oh,
Good topic. Strong.
Yeah, especially after holidays. 13, 24, 10. In return, I've got free stuff to go, including, how good would this be at the moment? Getting your house cleaned for free. Jim's Cleaning has all your cleaning needs covered, home and office. You can book online at Jim's Cleaning. Otherwise, I've got $200 vouchers up for grabs. 13, 24, 10. How has your kids embarrassed you? 13, 24, 10. How's your kids embarrassed you in public? My 2-year-old is struggling to say the word truck. Says something very different when he points to a truck. And
how regularly are we getting the accidental swear word?
Whenever he sees it.
Oh, a lot then. There's a lot of trucks out
The
there on
first time
road.
was when we were on the way to the Funky Farm down in Mornington. I passed him one of those little squeezy packs in the back for him to eat while I was driving. And then a truck went past and he's obviously said, and all I could think was, what have you done in the back? Oh my God, you've dropped food in there. And then I look and I'm like, again, he's referring to the truck next to us.
It's a lot of parents who have been embarrassed by their children.
Well, that's what you do as a child.
That's your job.
I've got intel to suggest that there was one we couldn't put through. It was a little too embarrassing.
Oh no,
They're the good ones.
no, Susan.
Look, can it be in the podcast?
No, from Croydon. Good morning.
Hi, how you going?
We're good.
I believe when you were a child, you humiliated your parents.
Yes, definitely. There was a fisherman that used to have a TV show, and his name was Rex Hunt.
No.
Are you the one we shouldn't have put through?
No.
He used to kiss the fish and
He
throw
did
them back
indeed.
in.
He did indeed.
Is Rex
Yes.
Hunt still?
Without obviously saying...
Yibbida.
Is
he used to say.
Yibbida still?
Is he brown
kicking
bread?
around?
Yeah, he's
still-
getting
still-
older.
he's still
yeah,
kicking.
but he's
Right.
going.
Good on you, Rex Hunt.
Susan, obviously don't say what you said, but just tell us the setting.
Yeah, definitely. So I'd get so excited, and I'd be like, "Oh, it's red. See you next Tuesday."
Yeah, I reckon you wouldn't. Yeah.
So the problem is
Mum
then
and Dad
people
would be thrilled.
But then people look at you like you're the parent. Like,
Yeah.
what sort of child are you?
I
bringing
reckon
in?
Rex Hunt would have accidentally got that a lot. I'm treading very
Carmichael
carefully.
Hunt used to get it a lot as well.
Yeah,
Oh, that was
especially
it.
from a few
That
people
was a
after they've
tricky
met
one.
them. 13, 24, 10 is our number to join us on the air.
Let's go to Emma in South Yarra. What happened?
Morning, Em.
Morning, Jase, Lauren. Hey, fabulous you guys run Nova.
Oh.
You're fantastic.
Oh, thank
Thanks,
you very
Emma.
much, mate. Thank you.
Okay, I've got a daughter, Tilly, who was about 3 at the time. And she started calling herself Betty. Now, we don't know anyone called Betty. Anyway,
I love
Betty
that.
became Betty bugger off. And I remember being at the shops with her, and this lovely old lady came up and said, "What's your name, little girl?" And I'm thinking, "Please just say Betty." And she said, "Betty, Betty bugger off." And it was hilarious. And Betty bugger off stayed around for an awfully long time.
Oh, no.
That's the thing, though.
That's
and they
cute,
look at the
though.
parent.
It's funny
no,
when
it
kids
isn't.
just
It's
change their name.
cute.
But they look at you straight away as the parent.
The
It's like,
influence.
oh, God.
I remember wanting to change my name to Chloe
Oh, did you?
when I was little because there was a character on Home and Away called Chloe and I loved her. And so I was like, call me Chloe.
Chloe. Which one was Chloe?
Wasn't she the policewoman maybe?
Was she?
Can't remember. It was many,
That
many
was
moons
no,
ago.
that was Angel.
Lou, my wife, said the other day, hey, I want to change one of the kids' names. I'm like, they're 2, 8 and 10.
I know someone that changed their kid's name after like 6 months.
6 months is all right. 2, 2 years. We're in.
So they want to change Archie?
Yeah.
Why? Would she want to change
I don't
Archie?
know.
What's
And what
she
does she want to change it to?
She said it's too common. I said, we'll make it Archibald.
Well, that's because you've
Go
got
a little bit
prince.
regal. Go a
Isn't
little
one of the princes Archie?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why.
Harry's boy.
You guys named your child after the prince.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, the
Yeah, you
timing
did.
was
No.
timing was off.
No,
No.
the prince was born first, so you've named him after the prince. You can't
No.
now.
I know
if
you
went
like the royals,
first,
but you should have just
change it to Harry.
taken a beat.
Anything but Andrew.
Cara
All right.
in Berwick. Your 4-year-old embarrassed you in Aldi. What a place to do it.
Yeah, where, not a lot of people go there, so it's
Yeah.
nice and quiet.
Was it a special buys day?
No, it was just down the meat aisle with the pictures of salami sticks and things like that. And he just very loudly pointed to it and he goes, "That's a penis!"
Good.
I mean, they don't look
Not
totally
wrong.
similar.
They do bear a likeness, don't they?
Yeah, at least he didn't say it looked like
Daddy's-
someone in the family.
Daddy's-
Yeah.
Whitney.
Whizzer.
Morning.
Morning. Thanks for having me. You guys are great and just so glad to have you back.
Mhm.
But yes,
Thank you,
welcome back
mate.
to school holidays. I had my big girl had first day back today, show and tell, and I completely forgot. So at 6 p.m. trying to rush to Office Works to get some photos printed off for her and had already bathed the kids and was in jammies and just had a little hoodie on, jumper. But for, again, as you said, Jase had to split up the kids. I took one, my husband
Yep.
took the other.
Yep.
But that's
Divide and conquer.
unfair.
The
Show and
2-year-old
tell.
should have regretted the 2-year-old, but in the front of Office Works, while I was talking to the man to pick up the photos, he decided to unzip my zipper, and I had nothing on underneath.
What? Your child flashed you?
Yeah, without I just was in mid conversation, so I didn't even really
Yanked on the
notice
zipper.
until it was far too long.
Did they still charge you for the photos?
Oh yes.
Oh, God.
How long did it stay in that form for?
She felt the
Unfortunately, I
breeze.
was at the front. It was only the poor shop people that had to look. So
wow.
but it was far longer than I needed it to be.
Wow. Hey, I'm going to hook you up with a $200 Jim's cleaning voucher. I think you deserve
we need
that.
it.
No
After
worries.
school holidays. That's rich of the school to say show and tell on the first day back.
I know.
No, you can't be doing that.
Because our school, they're changing to the winter uniform this week. And you can
Oh,
imagine
yeah.
we're running around trying, we haven't used it for 6 months, but they have a
Where is
2-week.
What do you mean? They decide when the kids can wear winter uniform?
yeah, term 2.
What?
Yeah.
Can't you wear it all year round? if you
No,
want?
term 1 summer,
What?
term
they do-
4 summer.
They do a grace period. You've got a 2-week grace period.
Oh, get off your
To
high
find your
horse.
kids. Well, you might have grown since last winter. They're kids. They eat steak and stuff and they grow.
Yeah, but they can wear what they want in the school uniform collection whenever they want,
No,
surely.
no.
If a kid's comfortable in tracky dacks, he
No.
can go tracky dacks in summer. No. Of course he can.
Depends what school you go to. Not at my school.
Oh.
We would have had the cane across the knuckle. No, not
Get
really.
over
They
You're
didn't do
hanging
that
out in
at
the
my
back of the
school.
canteen in tracky dacks in summer. You're sitting there selling ciggies. Like, there's just something dodgy looking about that.
Tracky dacks. I hate the term tracky dacks.
Why?
It gives me the ick deluxe. Tracky dacks. Oh,
Tracky duds?
tracky duds. No.
How do you feel about
I'd break
those-
up with you if we were dating and you said I'm going to put my tracky
No, I
duds
can tell you
on.
now, if you
I would
two
be
were-
like, you're a dud.
If
See
you
ya.
two were dating, the pants are the least of your dramas. Let's go to Renee on 132410. Renee, how have your kids embarrassed you in public?
Hey guys, so good to have you back also. So when my son was about 3, my mum used to say to him, don't have too much sugar because you'll get fat. And then one day we were out walking and a larger lady walked past and he says, Mummy, she's eating too much sugar. I could have died.
Oh yeah, it's when they say things out loud like that. That these are, I mean, inside conversations.
Yeah, they're kids. They're kids.
Cute.
And normally you can see it coming as well. Like
You
can
know.
See her coming.
Like,
No.
you can see a scenario and you're like, you just know that
That
you're
was
gonna,
harsh, Jake.
You know what I mean?
Clint.
It's like, oh,
You know
God.
they're going to say it.
You just know.
it's on the tip of their tongue.
Yep, yep. But then, you know, the other option is people look down upon you in public when you put a muzzle on them. You can't win either way
A muzzle.
on the child.
What's
See,
a muzzle?
that's what I mean. Yeah, like
You can't put a muzzle. You're joking. There's no such thing as a child muzzle, is there?
Is it attached to a lead?
I've seen the leads on the
oh,
backpack.
and they hide them by making them a monkey's tail on a backpack.
It's a lead. It's a big week. It's Coachella over in America. Have you ever been?
Does he
Out
look
of your
like
suburb?
a Coachella kind of guy?
Have you ever been out of your suburb, Chase?
Could you
No.
imagine me going to?
Is that the one where you dress up? No,
Well,
that's
no,
Burning Man.
No, Burning
They're
Man's
very
too
different,
hectic
aren't
for
they?
me. Yeah, I've
Which
been
is
to
the one with the
Coachella.
Ferris wheel?
Coachella.
That's
Okay.
And it's great.
But you
Coachella's
would
great
dress,
fun.
you would dress up, wouldn't you? Festival dress.
I went to
Yeah. Well, ish. People look quite cool. It's very fashion forward, Coachella.
I went to Juddchella, that party Beck Judd threw at our house.
Oh, yeah.
It was
Oh,
like
yeah.
Coachella.
Yeah.
I looked like a fat peking duck morphed with a drug dealer. My outfit was quite out there.
We were
It's
both
just-
at that party, and I never spoke. We never spoke
No,
before
you-
we were friends.
Yeah, even now when we're friends, I don't think after you saw what I was in, you wouldn't
Oh,
have
right.
spoken to me.
That Judd Teller party, people were better dressed for Coachella at that party than they were at Coachella.
Yes.
Yeah, the outfits were amazing. Anyway, I do love a bit of Coachella goss. So it is happening right now in Palm Springs, in the desert. It brings together thousands and thousands of people. It's great fun. And there's always a few rogue performances or reunions. Now,
Yeah.
No Doubt haven't performed since 2015, which was at the Kaboo Festival.
No doubt.
Gwen Stefani took to the stage, reunited with No Doubt. Have a listen.
Look, not bad. You got to remember.
It's been a while.
Yeah, and also just artists always sound so different live.
100%.
That's
they
why
do.
everyone loved Taylor Swift.
That was very different.
That,
That was
like-
Gwen.
Yeah.
She also got Olivia Rodrigo up with her. Olivia Rodrigo performed with No Doubt. There was a weird moment on stage during the Vampire Weekend show when they got Paris Hilton up on the stage to play cornhole.
Paris, you got 3 chances to win some gold bars for this audience. Are you ready to play?
All right, wish me luck. Let's do this.
Let's give it a shot. Go as close as you like.
Oh.
Sorry, what's
Is
she
it
playing?
okay if I cheat? And then she
Cornhole. You know where you
What's
throw
cornhole?
They're like
you
mini
throw those-
beanbags.
and you have to throw them in the hole.
You
You've
never played cornhole? It's actually quite fun.
Cornhole, it's called.
You
Yeah.
haven't lived.
Yeah, cornhole's quite fun, especially after a few shampoos.
You're seeing it at a lot of like weddings and stuff
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
They'll
yeah.
do like little like activities in the
Yeah, yeah.
garden. And
Cornhole. Can we come up with a better name for it than
I don't
cornhole?
I don't think Paris Hilton knew how to play either, to be honest.
When you said she got up, I was like, "Tell me she did."
I know.
Remember Stars
One of my
Light?
favourites.
Oh,
I'll show you mine.
It's not a bad song, actually.
that and the tape were her best work.
I
Oh,
once
yes,
hosted an
yes.
event
Which
with
tape?
Paris Hilton, and she played that song on repeat for about 4 hours.
Well, you don't
fun.
want to hear a follow-up single. Let's just stick
No.
with the hits.
No, she didn't play the other tape on repeat. Lana Del Rey brought out Billie Eilish. This is a cool little collab. She also did Ocean Eyes. That would have been amazing to see live. I love Billie Eilish.
Yeah, right.
Anyway, some other exciting things
Sorry,
that
can
happened.
you imagine?
You're not into it?
Can you imagine Mum at Coachella over here?
Why? I am
Sorry. You'd be
much
dancing.
cooler.
I just snorted.
He'd be dancing like Travis Kelce in all the videos.
see
So
it.
he's just waving his hands. Like,
Did you see Travis
In a
Kelce and Taylor
flowing
Swift?
outfit.
No, I weren't.
there'd be a lot of feathers.
Oh my God. I'm not Lucinda Light from Maths.
You'd look
Give me
like a
break.
peacock just walking around in the crowd with some outlandish costume.
You two, right? It's just because you two are old and dorky.
Peacock with a selfie stick.
I can see it. I can see it.
I'm about done with you two.
They'd be matching outfits because they'd be there in a group.
I'll have you know, I went to Coachella and I did not take one photo in front of the Ferris wheel. Because I was not cool enough. I wasn't cool enough.
Did you have feathers?
No, I didn't have feathers. I'm not a peacock. I didn't have feathers.
Sugar. My eyes are watering.
Your eyes have been watering all morning, admittedly. Clint's got something wrong with his eye.
Shots fired.
All right, I'm
For the
done with you two.
peacock.
Wind it up. Anyway, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce were also there dancing to her own song. That's gone all mad all over the internet. Ice Spice did Karma. Weird. I reckon Ice Spice, leave that to Taylor, if you ask me. Leave that to the Swifties.
Good wrap up there, Lozzie.
Anyway, it's day 3 and God knows what will happen tomorrow, but when I'm not talking about it.
No.
It's gonna be a good day.
Jason Lauren.
Wake up feeling good.
On Nova 100.
Jason Lauren.
Follow them on socials.